Hello, folks, and welcome back to twitch.tv/gameswithnick. Been a long time coming, but finally here we are. Our playthrough of The Longest Journey. Double check the settings. Title, special effects, shadows. Okay. We're not gonna do that because it's too easy to skip meaningful things. So we are playing the HD-ified version of this game. It's a fan-made patch with AI improved cutscenes. Let's just dive into it. Begin the journey. Oh, I need to first edit the audio because. Alright, now you should be able to hear it as well. Begin the journey. So this is the first in a trilogy of games at the moment. Prologue, a lion is in the streets.
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance, and that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
So like I said, this is the first game in a trilogy. Only the first one is a pure point-and-click adventure game. Came out at the turn of the millennium, 1999, if I'm not mistaken. Originally on 4 CDs, to the point that it eventually got re-released on DVD. A few years later, Dreamfall: The Longest Journey came out. And then about a decade later, Dreamfall Chapters. Neither of them is a true sequel to this game. They take place in the same setting, but the protagonist is different. And there's a game there that might never be made, called The Longest Journey Home. But for now, let's appreciate just how freaking weird this whole thing is, right? Uh-oh. Whatever happened there doesn't seem like a good idea. I said two snakes are right now in perfect balance. It can be a good thing. Futuristic Blade Runner style city. Based on the box art, this is our main protagonist. Peaceful dreams. Or maybe not that peaceful.
No. Don't tell me I'm dreaming again. You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
That seems like a lot to expect.
Postcard pretty.
Okay, that's the inventory.
Real life never looked this good. I'm in my undies. That's so not appropriate.
It's a good thing she doesn't sleep in the nude. That could have been awkward.
What's happening? Oh, perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something. It looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much, much too big and I don't much care for reptiles.
Well, maybe you're the one who's small. Can you grab it?
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick. I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery and I might drop it by accident.
This just leads us back there. Okay.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it. It's a nest, padded with large scales, very large scales. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I should get the hell out of here before the tenants return. I'm in my undies. This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before. I'll keep it as a souvenir. It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second.
Oh, the suffering we must endure.
What?
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not talk. At least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There is nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
Can you imagine how freaky things would be if you could actually hear the thoughts of plants? Like, could you be vegetarian, or would you be like, no, fuck, I'd rather just eat meat the whole time so I don't have to hear thoughts of plants? What happened to the tree?
What happened to the tree?
Oh, I guess she does read the line.
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged,
Battle?
between the Mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
Who are you again?
We are the Wood Spirit. We come to all trees in the hour of great need to provide comfort and aid in the passing to earth.
Well, so they're literally a tree Grim Reaper.
Who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed, and the earth will know our shame for all time to come.
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds, you do succeed, we will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make a foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
Alright. Well, you're a bundle of laughs.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream. I think I just made a funnel. Cool. I'm so proud of myself.
Alright, now let's use... Oh. How does it work? Okay.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that this should do the trick.
Well, the tree really got chipper.
Instant rehab. Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Don't take the ear, take me. I reminded you.
Uh-oh. What? What was that? Uh-oh.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting. Why?
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.
Chapter 1, Penumbra. I'm not gonna make a separate save for the beginning of Chapter 1.
Nightmare.
It was very short prologue.
Completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport.
Heat wave, huh, girl? I get you.
Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time.
Alright. Let's see, what do we have here? Options. Okay. What? Inventory.
My cash card at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or $2 left in it. I had to borrow some posters from the cafe because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing.
Oof, not be able to afford posters? That's pretty depressing.
It's a rubber ducky, helplessly trapped under that rusty old grill. It's a rusty old grill, kept afloat by a rubber ducky.
Well, is the rubber ducky keeping the grill afloat? Or is the grill preventing the rubber ducky from going anywhere? Potato, potato.
It's a seagull. The poor guy looks quite hungry. It's a clothesline. I don't know what that chain's for, but it's connected to some kind of mechanism at the bottom of the canal. I still haven't figured out what runs through the canals in Venice, but I'm sure it can't be water. Spiky.
So this is the thing, is that I have not replayed this game in forever, so I have rough ideas for certain parts of it, of how it goes, and I remember the overall plot, generally speaking, but
It's been too hot to sleep with a cover, so I don't.
there's definitely gonna be one of those times where I'm like, I'm just looking at everything, talking to everyone.
It's Constable Guybrush, my oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Well, what do you call it? Toy monkey then?
Constable Guybrush is a strange hybrid between man, ape, and musician. In addition to being an officer of the law, of course.
I have so many questions.
Hey! You! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I'll shut him up now.
Alright, so I guess we're eventually gonna have
It's a
to
bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid.
use that to hold
I
someone
don't
up.
know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it? Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. That's my desk, so, theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best.
Been there, girl.
Shelves.
In there.
My on-again, off-again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I. Dear Diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it. There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke.
Hell yeah,
I've
money.
been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year. It's my diary. It's a list of the hours I worked this past week at the cafe. It's a picture of me and my friends.
Ah.
It's
There
a
we go.
picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
Cool.
I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
I assume.
I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
Oof, girl. Long pants on a heat wave?
Hey, babe. Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach,
Cool.
listen, I've got to run, and
What's going on, April? How you been?
This feels a little mean.
I don't really have time to hang around.
Then how about hanging out with me tonight? A few raptures, some hot dancing. Did I tell you I got a VIP pass to the pavilion? Those things are hard to come by, babe.
I'm not your babe. No, that's not gonna work, Zach.
No, that's not gonna work, Zach.
What? You got something against me, babe? Do I offend you in some way?
No.
Oh, no. I just don't think it's a good idea for us to be together like that.
Hey, whatever. You come crawling back when you realize your mistake, babe. I'm out of here.
Cool. You're such a cool guy, man. Definitely gonna come crawling back, for
What an
sure.
asshole.
For sure! Because there ain't a dozen guys right out of here
Plastic.
that are much better than you.
Grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
That is genius. If we could make plastic, it's not ever gonna happen, but if we could make plastic that does
It's
the work of
FACT,
plants.
As in FACT, Free Access Terminal.
Oh, then again, it would be very bad because people would just turn down all trees because of it at that point.
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, True Holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great
Yeah.
If you upgrade now,
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage
Classic.
of this very affordable upgrade today,
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
You know, I'm no expert, but I think this counts as a dystopia.
Charlie's apartment. His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom. And a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts. Nobody home.
Alright, let's go downstairs then.
It's a chair. Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona. Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
That's a good question. What would you bring to a pizza and movie night?
I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible. Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
Also, we got a push pin.
It's a pushpin. I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
Hell yeah. Definitely not bait language, but sure.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh joy, manual labor, my favorite. San Francisco. I'd love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully. Look, it's Monkey Boy!
Before we grab a pair of matches, let's,
That's Fiona, my landlady. She's alright. Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently. But she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so. But I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes. The school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Oh, and you're proud of that?
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement. Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Viewers, don't be creep to women. Women don't deserve men being creeps.
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Tell me about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favorite tenant.
Women viewing and watching, don't ghost people. Flirting is fine, But if you're not interested, tell them that you're not interested. Equally important.
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
I mean, you basically said it.
What's up with Zach Lee?
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. Not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time, and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl. Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armor, that's for sure, but she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
I think this might have been the first lesbian relationship or trading game that I recall thinking about. Like, just, it was like, oh, they're lesbians. Cool.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
What inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very poetic, Fiona.
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Tell me some more about the border house.
What precisely do you want to know?
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice.
I'm not sure why the option to talk about the border house again is available.
What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And which one is it? Love or hate?
I haven't decided yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
Okay.
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
Wait, oh.
I'd better get going.
Off to school.
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
I do have a gold ring that belongs to me.
I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Sweet. Cha-ching.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know what's strange? I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Alright. That was a lot of information. Oh, actually, no. Matchbook. There's a lot of information about her past, so we got something. Also, I had not realized that we were looking at the scene through a shelf, but these are books on a shelf.
Shelves.
Okay. Look at this creep.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
I'm fine. And you?
Sunshine and pretty señoritas give an old man like me the blues. I like my days cold and rainy. In fact, I think I prefer the world to be in black and white.
Like an old movie.
Like all good movies. But tell me, señorita Ryan, how would you describe your perfect day?
I'm sorry, but I have to run.
Espera, hold on. Even if you keep running all day, you'll still be just as unhappy. You are troubled by nightmares.
What?
You are afraid of them. You even fear your dreams may be real.
Who told you about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny? I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
Creep.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
You need some serious help, you know that?
We all do, April. That's the reason we are here, you and me.
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname. I've upset you. We didn't think you'd react this way. I hope we can talk again soon.
I don't think so, no.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
Fucking creep, knowing a ton about my stuff. Oh, we do get the diary. April 14th, 2002. Oh. Can I read this? No, okay. April 14th, 2209. Wow, we're 200 years. It would have been 210 years in the future from the publication date of the game, I think. A Friday. Happy birthday to me, the big 1-8. Join us, right? Well, that sounds like a complete spoil sport, but 18 feels kind of like 17, only can buy a gun and pilot a hovercraft. I kind of figured that the number 18 would cast light into the deep, dark chasm of my soul and reveal some grand truth about the universe, like the meaning of life, or at least some explanation as to why all guys are complete idiots. But no, nothing. I'm the same person today that I was yesterday. No different. Same old boring April, stuck in the same old boring life. Which, of course, does make me realize something important. I just have to get out of here. I have to leave. There's nothing here for me. No future. And a past I prefer to forget. And I know where I want to go. The Venice Academy of the Visual Arts in Newport. God knows if they'll accept me into their fall program, but I have to try. Sarah went there last year, and she's agreed to let me stay at her place for a short while until I can get a job in an apartment. Writing about leaving is both scary and exciting. It's scary because I've never really been on my own before, and I've never been to Newport. And of course, I'm scared that good old Daddy will find out and force me to stay. Not that he can, but he will certainly try. On the other hand, it's really exciting too. I can't imagine anything that beats starting my own life in a place like Venice. From what I've seen and heard, it looks great. There are lots of little cafes and crisscrossing canals just like in the real Venice in Italy. And most of the people who live there are young and creative and are not afraid to look or sound or be different. Which will make a nice change from this place. April 22nd, so we are a week later. Today I called the academy and asked them about their admission requirements, and they told me about to bring some of my work in when you arrive. You don't really have any specific requirements, only that you're talented and dedicated and hardworking. The lady I spoke to sounded nice, but she didn't make any promises. She told me there are a lot of applicants and only a limited amount of spaces. I know my work's good, even though I haven't had much training, and I'm definitely dedicated and hardworking. So why am I still nervous? Maybe because it's your future and the line. I get that. May 1st. I'm sorry I haven't kept up with events in this diary, but with my exams and everything else going on right before graduation, I haven't had the time. I know, bad excuse. I'll just have to take time out too, and I'll definitely keep my diary up to date from now on. May 25th. Ah! 3 weeks of complete silence. I look back at my previous diaries and I wonder, where the hell did I find the time to write so much so often? Oh well, I'll try to remember what's been going on these past few weeks. I passed all my exams with straight A's, of course. And tomorrow morning I'm leaving home. Yes, I'm making the leap into the great unknown and I'm never coming back here. I withdrew all my money from the bank. $3,190, and I've packed a suitcase and a bag with my clothes and work samples and books and anything else I can do without. Unfortunately, I have to leave so much. Smile toys, some of my bigger canvases, my screen. It's not like I can have mom ship them or anything. I'm leaving a letter for my family, but I'm not telling them where I'm going. 18 years under constant scrutiny is enough. I really don't want to carry any of that crap with me into my new life. Like, I get this kind of recording, but, it's your diary. You're the one who's gonna write it. Why would you... This feels like, the tone that someone would use writing a diary for people to read. So, strangely enough, when I was packing this morning, I suddenly remembered something I'd forgotten a long time ago. When I was a kid, I kept all my drawings in a box under the floorboard so my dad wouldn't find them and berate me for wasting my time. The box was right where I put it, more than 6 years ago. I didn't feel like looking at any of the drawings right away, so I wrapped the box up and stuck it in my bag. I'll open it when I get to Venice. I don't think this is the right time for nostalgic reminiscence about my childhood, but I'm glad I remembered to pack the box. So, tonight's the night. I'm sticking out of here at 4 a.m. to catch a train to Greenvale, and from there out onto the big city itself, Newport. At dinner tonight, I'll see Mom, Dad, Daniel, and Owen for the last time in a long while. I don't really care if I ever see Dad again, but I feel sorry for Mom. She doesn't seem to care much for me, but I know she'll miss me, and I know she'll feel very guilty for turning a blind eye to the way he treated me throughout all these years. As for Danny and Owen, I don't really know. Danny's an asshole. He could theoretically improve, but I doubt he wants to. As for Owen, he's still a kid. He might turn out okay, but as long as Dad's in control, I'm not too optimistic. I'm going to the pond tonight to say goodbye. I haven't been there in a while, not since that crazy day. Well, I have to see it one last time or I'll never get it out of my head. As for my friends, I don't really want to say anything. I'll meet them when I get to Newport, to Venice. So, this is the last intro right here in this house, in this room. Some strange way I can't really understand, I'll miss it. Not much, but I did grow up here, and I did spend 18 years, oh my god, in this place. And that's not soon forgotten or ignored. I don't want to feel bad for what I'm doing, but I can't help it. I do feel bad, a little. But more than anything, I'm excited about what tomorrow will bring. I believe I might actually be happy. Imagine that. July 18th, so we are about 2 months later. Way too early in the morning, and I won't even try to describe the dream I had last night. Like, enough with the fairy tales already. I need to start dreaming about boys and shopping. The important things in life. It just dawned on me that the students' exhibition opens in less than 2 weeks. My painting, and I mean that in the broadest sense of the word, is not even close to being presentable. Even that's an overstatement. All I have is a blank canvas, and while that may fool some people, like in, whoa, what an expressive statement of nothingness, it won't fool my teachers. But today I have to put in a solid 6 hours of work at a studio, and I just hope that inspiration will strike me like lightning from the sky. Could happen. I guess this is our current date, July 28th. So we only ran away 2 months ago? Fall semester hasn't even started. What are we doing? Friday morning again. Okay, so I'm like on my way to school. I'm half asleep. I'm hot. The weather's been unbearable these past few days, to say the least. And I just wanted to get to the studio as soon as possible. And then this guy Cortez, who's sitting outside the house like he does every single day, calls me over. Fine, okay, I got nothing against the guy personally. I make small talk about the weather, just trying to get it over with, and then. How would he know that I've been having nightmares? Unless Emma or Charlie or Fiona told him, and I know they wouldn't have, how could he know? And I know he's nuts, but to think that I have some kind of destiny. You guys been doing too many raptures or whatever they popped back when he was in the double digits.
I love this mural, even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers. What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for? What grand purpose does it all serve? It's a rusty old wheel. I'd imagine it turns the water on and off. It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high. Mystifying. That's probably Mickey's handiwork. She's the tool gal around these here parts. I wonder why she put the clamp there, though. Oh. It seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise. Mystifying. The water tank's full.
Alright. I guess there's nothing I can do about it just yet.
If there's one thing Venice has enough of, it's rusty pipes. That and stinky canals.
Thingy.
Rust is the very definition of Venetian architecture. Think of San Francisco without the hills, Paris without the cafes. Venice wouldn't be the same without the rust. It would be better, not the same.
Well, at the very least, Venice,
Just a wooden bench.
despite its creepy canals, looks slightly cuter than the rest of the town. Alright.
From what I've been told, the clock stopped on the very day of the infamous Venice massacre in 2109, to the minute the police opened fire on the squatters.
Can I go to the cafe first to get my paycheck? Let me run to it. And then
Closed for maintenance. Will reopen at 3 p.m. What's going on? The place was fine last night. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pass through that door. Isn't that peculiar? And if I was Nancy Drew, I might actually care. The Fringe Cafe, my home away from home. I really don't mind working there. It's a nice place. I mean, it ranks nice on a scale from begging for food at the bottom to just scraping by at the top. I do not intend to make a career of it. The sign said it's closed for maintenance.
They're not gonna let me go to the cafe yet.
If I turn that wheel, Would the drain pipes of the universe open up and swallow all solid matter? It could happen. Can you say Death Star?
Death Star.
Rusty pipes. They're hundreds of years old, installed way back when Venice was an industrial area. See, I know some local history.
Go to the park, I guess.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting. Nothing adds more to the tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge. I can't even begin to guess what that's supposed to be. I wonder what the homeless people do in the wintertime. Supposedly, it gets biting cold here in Newport, and I don't know if there are any shelters anymore. It's a plaque commemorating the Venice Massacre of 2109. It reads, "In honor of those who died defending our right to live. East Venice." It's a gene scanner. It, scans your genes, puts your genetic signature into a database, and allows you through all corresponding gates.
That's fucking creepy.
Uh-oh. I have to get scanned. Jumping gates in the Newport subway is a corporate offense liable to get me 5 years behind bars, if I'm lucky.
What does corporate offense even mean? Jesus.
The gates scan everybody who goes in and out of the station and compares their genetic signature with the database. If you haven't paid your fare, the alarm goes off and the cops show up. Uh-oh.
Alright, I was pretty sure that I was not gonna be the way yet, but I wanted to check it out.
Bishop and Anne Marie. He's a photography student. She's in my life study class. Nice couple. It's the official VAVA notice board. Only registered students are allowed to put notices up here.
Venice Academy for the Visual Arts. Okay.
The annual VAVA summer exhibit, August 11th through 18th. God, I'm actually expected to be ready by then.
Billy girl.
No, I've got too much to do right now.
Alright, let's go through the door then, I guess.
Somebody's thrown away a rubber glove.
Hey, what's been
Somebody
trashed?
set a perfectly good work glove with just one big hole in it. What a terrible, terrible waste.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's because of the terror. Jesus, that is a hole.
Don't want to disturb him. Art books. There's a really nice one here on Turner. I love his landscapes. Emma's really good with the holosculptor, and her imagination is so vivid. Good thing we're best friends, or I might be jealous. These sinks are as old as the building itself, but at least they've been renovated quite recently. Some books on color, composition, and duck hunting? Those sketchbooks belong to some of the other students who share this space. Art books mostly. I've browsed through all of them, looked at the pictures, but I'd much prefer to see the paintings in real life. I'm way past finger painting. I need a paintbrush and palette.
Grabbing it. Using it. Hey, what's up, Emma?
Hiya.
Emma? Hi! I didn't expect to see you here today.
Me neither. Are you busy?
Nah. Well, I am. But I was about to wrap up for today anyway. Why? What's going on?
I have an important message for you.
Yeah? From whom?
Believe it or not, girlfriend, but it's from Cortez.
Ugh.
Excuse me?
He said to tell you that he wants to meet you, these are his exact words, where children visualize their dreams.
Visualize dreams? What's that supposed to mean?
Me? I was hoping you would know.
Did he say anything else?
Nope, that was it. Why does he want to meet you? Oh, don't tell me. You guys are having a secret love affair.
Oh, yeah. We're eloping and flying to Africa tonight. It's all been happening so fast. My heart's aflutter.
How romantic. I couldn't imagine a better catch than Senor Cortez, the Latin lover.
Did he talk to you about nightmares?
No. Why?
I don't know. It's just... my dreams are really starting to bother me.
There you go again with dreams. You're obsessing, April. They're just dreams. Sometimes a banana is just a banana.
Cigar.
Cigar? What do you mean cigar?
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, not a banana.
Whatever. The point is, you're reading too much into your dreams. I'm sure they're perfectly logical.
Even a talking dragon? Is a talking dragon logical?
Especially a talking... dragon? You had a dream about a dragon? Okay, that's not logical.
I love how she started being like, yeah, totally.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
Well, there was a dragon.
I think we established that already. You had a dream about a dragon.
Not just any dragon, though. A talking dragon.
Yep, we've been through that. Talking dragon covered. What did it say?
She. It was a she, a female dragon.
What, you could tell from the skirt, high heels, and lipstick?
Don't mock me, Emma. She said something to me. Something about being the mother of the future.
She probably said time to get up and go to school, April.
If you don't want to take my dreams seriously, I'll just stop telling you about them.
Is that a promise?
Like you're in any position to make fun of my dreams? Have you looked at your sculptures lately?
Oh, that's low. I'd punch you out if I wasn't so hungry. You want to go get some lunch at the Fringe?
I'll drop by after I clean up around here.
I'll be there for a while, so bye.
Whoa.
Who's there?
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
That was not a dream, I think.
Okay, you know what? Maybe this Cortez guy, maybe he's up to something. It's Friday afternoon, and I actually got some work done on my painting this morning. What a shocker, right? What triggered this avalanche, okay, it was more of a light drizzle, to be honest, of creativity. A cup of cocoa I had last night, the weather, my pent-up sexual desires, my dreams. Sure, a nightmare about a talking tree. Wait, no, a wood spirit. A female dragon and a... what? Chaos vortex? Not sure to release some kind of creative juices. Yeah, right. Okay, so I work on my painting for a few hours, and then Emma drops by and drops a bomb on me. This person, Cortez, he wants to meet me. And not only that, he doesn't just come out and say where he wants to meet me. No, he gives Emma a riddle for me to solve, where kids visualize their dreams. Oh boy, this guy is nuts. He just can't wait where kids visualize their dreams for the rest of the summer, as far as I'm concerned. So I finally snapped and gone off the deep end. I just knew my nightmares would fry my brain cells eventually, but I never imagined I'd start seeing things. But there it was, as clear as the day, and I'm thinking, should I go get myself committed now or after dinner? Because April, girl, I gotta tell you, what he saw today was not exactly the product of a healthy mind. All sculptures don't just come to life without being drugs or plain looniness involved. But then again, if I am insane, why aren't I seeing fluffy pink rabbits right now? And how come nobody has noticed anything weird about me? I think maybe, and I hate to say this, I think maybe I gotta go talk to this Cortez guy after all, because he did say something about my nightmares coming to life. Okay, now I know I'm going crazy.
It's Emma's contribution to the exhibition. I have no idea what it is, and neither, apparently, does she. But it looks absolutely beautiful. Nice hair color. That's Mary Sam, Vava's founding mother and pro-Venice activist back before the riots. She was assassinated by a corporate hired gun right after the school opened some 90 years ago.
Jesus.
Need model to pose nude for serious work. P.S. Only looking for young and beautiful. It used to be chicks, then he crossed it out and wrote women. That's smooth, man. Film equipment for sale. Antique 16mm camera, projector, tripod, lenses, all for just, holy cow, $8,000? Who has $8,000 to spend on an old camera? Wait a second. This was posted by Zach. Oh, so it's definitely overpriced then. That guy would do anything to make money. Anything.
Alright.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting.
I guess now that it's afternoon, the cafe should be open and we can get some money. And with the money, we can pay our subway fare.
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport? Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
You can't stop the skid, man.
I think people should have the good sense to do that kind of stuff behind closed doors. At least as long as I don't have a boyfriend. It amazes me why backpackers flock to Newport. You'd think they'd have the good sense to stick to India, Australia, and the near-Earth colonies. That's my good friend Charlie. He was the first person I met when I came to Venice, and I love him dearly. As a friend. I'm sure Stan won't notice if I dig gently into his supply. He's got crates of these in the back. Hi, Charlie.
April, nice to see you, girl. You know, I came to wake you this morning, but you'd already left. Early bird catches the worm.
No, early bird finishes the damn painting on time. Have you seen Cortez around?
As a matter of fact, I have. And he was asking for you.
He asked about me?
Yeah, where you were. He had a message for you. I told him to give it to Emma, that she would be more likely to bump into you.
I got it, but I have no idea what it means.
Cortez can be a little strange.
Do you know where he was going?
No, but he seemed interested in that poster next to the jukebox. They put it up earlier today.
Good to know.
What poster did you say he was interested in?
The one right next to the jukebox.
Do you have any idea where kids would be able to, visualize their dreams?
Maybe in therapy.
I don't think that's it, Charlie.
Then I don't know.
Thanks.
Anytime, April.
Why was the cafe closed earlier?
You know, some problem with the pipes. Stan, he gets real worked up. He is seriously pissed, girl. Keeps yelling at the plumber to fix it, or Stan will fix him. And the poor man is trying to work, but Stan doesn't quit. The plumber finds the problem eventually, but not until he's waist-high in canal water down in the basement.
Ooh, gross. There were problems with the plumbing back at the house, too. No hot water.
I noticed. Girl, that was one cold shower. There are always problems with the pipes here in Venice. They're too old.
Probably filled with whatever asbestos-like substance they have in that time.
How's work going today?
Aside from the trouble with the plumbing, everything's been peaceful. Emma's here with Marcus and Isabel. Other than that, I mean, it's been a quiet morning. Everyone must be home out of the sun, yeah?
Or on holiday.
Perfect time for it, too. The city's just boiling in July, and it gets even hotter in August. You should have stayed out in the country until the autumn, girl. It's cooler out there, yeah?
I think I prefer this heat to the heat I got at home.
You're safe now, yeah? We take care of you, April.
You do. I'm lucky.
It's not luck. You're a good person, and you deserve good friends. You help me out when I'm in a state, yeah?
You're always in a good mood, Charlie.
Yeah, but you never know. You're there if I ever need you. I know that.
You doing anything special tonight?
Working. I should really be at rehearsal, but I need the money. I'm going home for a week before school starts in September.
Right, you told me. Well, that's great. It's been years since your last trip home, right?
Yeah, right. You remember well, girl. 4 years. My father and I, well, we haven't been on good terms since I left.
I know how that feels.
Isn't it such a cliche, though? I don't look forward to seeing him again, but it will be nice to be back with the rest of the family. Especially my sisters, you know, and my mom.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Charlie?
Why would I mind, girl?
What's your take on Cortez?
Why do you want to talk about Cortez? I don't know him that well. He's been around for as long as I can remember, but I really never talked to the man.
Do you think he's as crazy as some people say?
No, he's not crazy. Just a little eccentric. He doesn't give a donkey's ass what people think or say about him. And that's cool. I don't know. I have a feeling there's a lot more to Cortez than what he wants us to believe. That man has had an eventful life, I'm sure.
Anything else that comes to mind about Cortez?
What else? I don't know what to tell you, girl. When he's not talking about books, he talks about old movies. He loves the classics, calls them real art.
What was it about me that made you want to be my friend, Charlie?
Everything, girl. You're a sweet peach. No, it's true. I liked you from the very beginning. When you first came into the cafe with a suitcase in each hand, lost and bewildered.
God, thanks for reminding me. I was such a country bumpkin.
No, everyone who comes to Venice looks like that, girl. This is the village of the damned, don't you know?
How long have you known Emma?
I met Emma about a year ago when she started studying at Vava. She moved into the room just opposite mine, and we became friends almost immediately. I like her a lot, and the two of you are the best friends I've ever had.
Thanks, Charlie. The same goes for me. Did you ever tell Emma that?
Yeah, I told her and she jokes about it. That's just Emma. I know she appreciates me telling her, though.
Does Emma's behavior ever worry you?
She can seem a little out of control from time to time, but she's smarter than people give her credit for. I think she's able to take good care of herself. She's a brilliant artist. Her sculptures are inventive and beautiful.
I know. Sometimes I'm in awe. They just don't seem to match her personality.
She's a deep person, but she hides it well. She's more comfortable being a ditzy teenager than a professional artist. But around the two of us, sometimes she lets the disguise drop.
Teenagers, am I right?
Love her when she does that.
Playing games.
Do you like living in Venice?
I love Venice. I've been here 3 years now, and I haven't grown tired of it yet. I don't know if I ever will. Venice is like a college campus. There are so many young people here from all over the world. And the mix of nationalities and ideologies and ethnicities is refreshing and inspiring. The fact that we're also right in the middle of one of the great cities on Earth is just a bonus. Call Newport whatever you want, at least it's alive, and there's always something going on. Yeah, Venice is my kind of place, and I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. At least not as long as all my friends are living here.
What about you, Charlie?
What about me?
Yeah? When was the last time you talked about yourself?
I don't talk about myself, girl. You know that.
Still, I'd like to talk about you for a bit.
If you want, just in general, or is there anything in particular you want to know?
What's your biggest dream?
A dark stage, a packed auditorium, and a single spotlight. Dancing, girl, don't you know? I'm a good dancer, but I need to be among the best to make it out in the real world. So I'll keep studying and I'll keep working as a waiter to support my studies, just like you.
How did you end up in Venice?
At home, there wasn't much professional training available for dancers. And my father, he was not happy about my choice of career. He wanted me to work in the factories like him and his father. Out here in Venice, everyone's got their own dreams, and people are supportive of each other no matter how crazy those dreams might be.
Your dream isn't crazy at all, Charlie. You're already halfway there.
But I still have a long way to go. You're right, girl. I can make it if I work hard enough. So can you. 'Cause we're both just so damn talented.
Are you happy working here at the cafe?
We make decent money, if that's what you mean. I don't want to be a bartender for the rest of my life, obviously. But yeah, I'm happy I have a job. And you work here too, so I get to hang out with my friend, right?
If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Hard work and lousy pay. The hours are flexible, and like you said, I get to hang out with you and my other friends. That's all I wanted to know, Charlie.
Okay.
Thanks, Charlie. I have to get going, Charlie.
Take care, all right? Remember, you're supposed to get paid today. Stan's not gonna remember unless you bug him about it.
Oh, I will, alright. So I guess the, how do I?
Someone's staring at me.
Funny.
Hi, Charlie.
What's up, April?
No, I don't want to talk to you, Charlie.
I'll see you later, Charlie.
Later.
I'm trying to switch to, okay, there we go. Next screen.
When she's not working, or out on a date, Emma's always hanging out here. Just like me, really. Just like all of us. Roma Gallery presents Growing Pains. Exhibition by and for kids and teenagers. Could this be what Cortez was talking about? Where kids visualize their dreams? I think this may be it. Where's the Roma Gallery located? I never say no to a complimentary ticket.
Alright. Maybe the ticket has the address?
The address. The gallery is located near the Watertown Bridge.
All right.
All the way over in West Venice, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna have to catch the Metro Line subway to get there.
Diary? Turns out that Where Kids Visualize Their Dreams is an exhibition called Growing Pains at the Roma Gallery. That's down by the Watertown Bridge in West Venice. Too far to walk, I have to take the subway. It's an exhibition of work by inner city kids, and I guess the theme is dreams, which by some strange twist of fate is what everything is about today. So the Roma Gallery it is. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. Senior Cortez is just a little too creepy for comfort. But I'm in desperate need of some answers, so it's by choice. Hello, Destiny.
That's my, well, Emma's friend, really, Marcus. He's a Vava student as well.
Settle this one for us, April. When did Roindale release Sidetracked?
04, right after the Morning Star exile, those sons of bitches.
With blood on their boots, yeah. Told you so, Marcus.
You said 03.
I was closer than you. 07, and you call yourself a fan.
I don't.
Did you speak with Zach today?
Why?
He was upset. Called you a stuck-up bitch.
He what? You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't even that rude to him.
Don't be a nice guy, in quotation marks.
Even if you came crawling
Don't
to
be
the
a nice
store,
guy.
he wouldn't give you the time of day. Said you called him an asshole.
Oh, God. I really don't know when to shut my mouth, do I?
Who cares? It's Zach. He hates you, so what? No great loss.
That's true.
So what else is going on? What are you doing this afternoon?
Actually, I came by to see if I could find Cortez.
What's with you and this guy? You'd rather spend time with him than us?
I have to find out what the message means.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything except what I already told you. Ask Charlie. He spoke with Cortez earlier.
What are you doing?
Staying here. What else? I'm meeting a friend later, but that's not until 9. We're waiting for Isabel and then we're gonna eat. But I guess you're not hungry.
No.
Figures. I don't know why I even bother asking.
Who's this friend you're meeting later? Don't tell me it's that guy you were out with last night.
Are you gonna tell me I shouldn't get involved with men like him?
No, of course not. I'm not your... You don't need me to tell you that, Emma.
Well, I wish you would, 'cause you're right. I shouldn't, he's a bastard.
But you're gonna do it all the same?
You know, very good in bed. I just can't help myself. But he's not a keeper, don't worry about that. It's just this thing, just a fling.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Emma?
Like I don't tell you everything that's going on anyway? Of course you can ask me questions. Like, duh.
What's your, take on Cortez?
My take on Cortez. What's that, like a diplomatic way of saying what the F is this guy's glitch?
Sure, let's go with that one.
You know, I think Cortez is a barrel of laughs. In a good way. Everybody thinks they got him all figured out, you know? Like he's the resident weirdo. But I know that just ain't true. I've talked with Cortez, and the guy is brilliant. He's weird, yeah, and he's up in the clouds, and I think he believes in aliens, which is cool, but girl, he's smart. I mean, I'm not talking professor smart here. I'm talking real life, seen it all, been there, done that, smart. Useful smart. Experienced smart. And, ooh, I gotta tell you, the guy's cultured. Ask him about anything, art, music, movies, books. He's current on most topics, which scares me because it seems he's always just, I don't know, hanging around doing nothing. He rarely goes anywhere. You know, it's like he's waiting for something. Or someone.
Yeah, maybe Jerry Garcia.
You're bad. No, I don't think he's a doper. I mean, listen to the guy. What he says may sound a little out there, but the way he says it... No, he's not on Amethyst, that's for sure. And one more thing, he is cute.
He's what?
Girl, he could be your dad.
Emma, he's like 60.
Did you ever see his eyes? Those are not the eyes of an old man. And so what if he's 60? He's better looking than most of the guys I date, and so much nicer.
Okay, we have a dad fetish happening.
Then I think you've been swimming in the shallow end of the gene pool for too long, Emma. I mean, come on, a 60-year-old screwball with a ponytail and an exotic accent? Hello?
Well, we'll see.
Did you speak with Charlie today?
Yeah, for a few minutes. Why?
Nothing. Just wondered is all.
April, did he say anything to you at all?
About what?
About... nothing. I mean, I don't know anything. Which isn't true because I don't lie, but he... Ugh, forget it. If we were having this conversation in a movie, I'd be going, like... Shit, girl, get your act together, open your eyes! But I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, it sounds like we are having this conversation, but...
Did you finish your sculpture for the exhibit?
Pretty much. I'm happy with it, and I know that if I go back and keep working on it, I'll just kill it. So I think I'll leave it alone. You?
You know what? Don't ask. I'm praying it'll finish itself one of these days.
Sure. Could happen. It could so happen. But I wouldn't count on it.
I'll have it ready in time.
Yes, you will, or I'll kick your ass so hard that you'll...
Okay, I got it. Thanks for the inspiration. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks for what? For talking to you? Girlfriend, what the hell is the matter with you? Snap out of it.
I gotta run.
See you around, stranger.
Alright, let's start by getting paid.
Here you are, my timesheet.
Don't say that word too loud, sweetheart. You're killing me. Let's see. What is this? Huh? No. Did I sign this? What I thinking?
So?
At least it doesn't look like it's been forged. Thanks.
Thanks? Where's my money?
Oh, you ain't getting it now. Next week, honey. I write down this amount in my ledger. Don't you worry your head from it.
I need the money now, Stanley.
Yeah, we all need money now. That ain't gonna happen. Next week, I tell you.
Forget that. I quit.
You're quitting? You can't quit. You work for me. Nobody quits this job, honey.
I can quit. And I'm quitting. I quit.
Damn, woman. You know how hard it is to find people to take a crappy job like this one?
No. Then pay me.
You need the money?
Alright, Jesus, I give you your damn money. What was it, $50?
$375, Stanley, cash.
Oh, sure, cash. 300. Are you sure? I pay you guys way too much. Alright, give me your CC.
Thank you, Stanley.
Fine, sure, whatever. Hey, I mean it. You free tonight? Wanna pull a shift? Sandra, she out sick and I need a replacement pronto. How about it?
Yeah, I need the money.
Great, hon. I'll see you here later. Don't forget. You come to pester me again, woman? I pay you.
I pay you. What do you want from me?
That's all.
Oh.
True.
That was literally my entire conversation with Stanley, apparently. New Diary. Let's read. Yep. Just a tiny little reminder here, Upper Ryan. You're working tonight. Don't forget. Big remember sign. Stan will kick your butt if you don't show up on time. So, there. Apparently Sandra, that swell little girl, loves so very, very much. She out sick. Again. Like, get back on those raptures already. Or not. I don't mind getting her a paycheck. Alright. Now that we have the money.
My cash card.
We can actually afford... Oh, this woman is on this guy's knees. Yeah, that's a little too PDA, even for me. And there with the money, we can take the subway. Find Cortez. That might finish the chapter. If it does, we're gonna call it a day there.
It's a gene scanner. I'll get a weekly pass, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
$15 subtracted from cash card. You are now free to travel on all Metroline subways for exactly 1 week. And remember, genetic forgery is a federal crime. Keep your genes clean. Have a nice day.
That is fucking creepy. Yo, love the vibe.
Poor guy's drugged out on Amethyst. They say the first motor function to suffer is always rhythm. Poor guy's drugged out on big sound from such a small box.
So he isn't actually drugged. He's just, you know, very bad at rhythm.
Hello, sir? Sir? I'll just leave my ticket here then, shall I? Yes, I guess I'll do that. There's absolutely nothing out there. Nothing. Oh, there's a city, an entire world even. But nothing.
Can't even look at anything, so let's just go and talk to Cortez.
About time you showed up.
About time? I spent more than...
Mira, this painting. Right here. Look.
Why?
Just look at it.
What am I looking for?
What do you see?
Out of these three, a statement on loss.
I see a statement on loss. The guy, he's hugging a girl, and by all rights, he should be happy, but he's not. He's probably already mourning the loss of her, even though that's still somewhere in his future.
Statements? Who cares about statements? Tell me what you see.
I'm confused.
I see an oil painting of two humans locked in an embrace.
That's all you see? But there's so much more. Look. Look.
I see a guy hugging a girl.
And?
They're probably boyfriend, girlfriend, and she's dumping him. He looks really depressed.
Yes. Forget the story. What do you see?
I see art.
Art, yes. And beyond that, beyond art.
Technique?
Technique is what enables an artist to create art. Beyond technique, beyond artistry, what else is there?
Truth?
Truth. Exactly. A deeper truth. This painting, this particular work of art, speaks a deeper truth. It has a soul.
How can a painting have a soul?
It has a soul because it has an identity. It has a heart. The memory of this painting will survive beyond this moment. It will linger in your mind, become part of the tapestry of your subconscious. It has made a lasting impression on you, and you're not quite sure why.
It's just a painting by some kid. It's not as if it's a Picasso or a Monet.
Now you're arguing technique. Not every painting by Van Gogh or Michelangelo is real art either, although they all demonstrate great technique and craftsmanship. And the scribbled drawings of a 5-year-old child are rarely technically impressive, but they may still have a soul. They may still be real art.
So you're saying real art is not defined by the skill of the artist? Then what is art? If just anybody can create something more real than artists who've spent their entire lives developing their skills?
Art is still the work of artists, and skill, craftsmanship, technique, those things are critical to the success of an artist's work. But alone, those things...
I'm so glad I chose to go to art school. Thanks for telling me this, man. Great.
The artist must transfer, shift part of him or herself into the work to transcend the illusion and reach for the truth of art.
And what is the truth of art?
Who knows? I've been asking myself that question for years.
Excuse me? You don't even know? And what's all this about all the questions and lectures on truth and illusion? For that matter, why did you ask me to come down here in the first place?
Because...
Actually, you didn't even ask me to come down. I spent my entire afternoon traveling all over Venice, deciphering a cryptic message, spending money I don't have on a subway ticket, only to have to stand here and listen to...
You saw something this afternoon. A waking dream, and you can't explain it. That's why you are here, isn't it?
How the hell do you know these things?
It's as plain as the day, Señorita Ryan. You're under a lot of stress. My point about art and truth is this, April. Some things look real, but are not. And other things may appear to be of no consequence at all, but are in fact invaluable. Like Warren's painting here. And your dreams. There is both truth and illusion in dreams, and in the images they create. The problem is in sorting the one from the other.
You're telling me my dreams are true?
I'm telling you there are things afoot, and that you need help in sorting the truth from the illusions. My help.
Well, that figures.
Good. I was hoping you'd understand.
No, actually, I didn't understand a single word. You talk about art and truth and dreams and illusions, and I still don't understand what it all has to do with me. There are things happening, yes, and I came here because I thought maybe you're crazy enough to believe me, to help me. I don't know, sort through the debris and come up with the plausible explanation. But no, you tell me my dreams might be true, that I need your help, and that there are things afoot. I mean, who says afoot? I've never heard anybody use the word before.
You should have read some Sherlock Holmes, girl. The game's afoot, Watson.
Understand your reluctance to believe me, Señorita. But I cannot convince you here, now. Meet me tomorrow.
What?
Meet me tomorrow, and I will tell you everything.
Not again, no way.
But you will. Because you are compelled to do so by your own curiosity. Because you are drawn to mystery. And because despite your skepticism, you believe I have the answer to all your questions, yes?
No. No, I don't care. I just want to have a normal life. No nightmares, no visions, no strangers telling me that things are afoot. Comprende, amigo?
Ay, Dios mío. Is that the time? I've got to run, Señorita Ryan. I'll see you tomorrow.
I said...
Goodbye.
Oh, men. Still Friday. This is a busy day for Dear Diary, a busy and weird day. Late afternoon. Cortez is... How shall I put this nicely? Completely and totally out there. I mean, he goes on and on about the truth of art, and then it turns out that that's not the reason he wants to talk to me. But does he tell me why it's so urgent that we see each other? No, he says that we'll have to wait until tomorrow. Yeah, right, as if. There's something strange going on, I know that. And it's obvious that it isn't just me losing my touch with reality. What would Cortez be involved if that's the case? What the hell is happening? And does Cortez actually have some answers? I so don't want to hook up with the guy again. He freaks me out big time. But I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking, do I have a choice? Do I? Alright, well, let's Bill.
Absolutely nothing out there. Nothing. Oh, there's absolutely nothing out there. Nothing.
Guess I should go work at the cafe.
The Fringe Cafe, my home away from home. Hi, Charlie.
What's up, April?
Can I ask a few more
Do you have anything else to tell me, or?
Sure.
Thanks, Charlie. I'll see you later, Charlie.
Later.
I'm all scrubbed and ready to work, sir.
You'll be on the floor tonight, honey. Start taking orders.
I guess he's the cook? Well, that's weird. Am I tripping, or is everybody else seeing this thing? You look cute, though. Chapter 2. Through the Looking Glass.
I've got to find Cortez and get him to explain what the hell's going on. Insane or not, he's the only person I can talk to about this.
Saturday, July 29th. In a few hundred years, when my great-grandchildren rummage through the attic and find this book, they're probably going to have a ball. I'm not even sure if I want to write about what happened last night, because chances are I will never forget. Ever. And future generations will likely be better off not knowing. But I'm sure now that whatever's going on, it's just not in my head. It's in everybody's head. Last night was proof positive of that. Which begs the question, the things I've seen, my dreams, what's real and what's not? I'm afraid the only person who might be able to answer the question is Cortez. How's that for irony? Then in order to prove to myself that I'm not going mad, I have to talk to one person I'm sure is totally insane. What a great way to start the weekend. Alright, and we're gonna keep the autosave. But okay, that's the spot we'll call it for today. So thank you for watching. You can find my stuff at twitch.tv/gameswithnick. We'll be back probably tomorrow afternoon, playing some bonus stream games, and definitely Friday afternoon playing some God of War because I'll have to skip the Sunday stream. You can find my VODs going live, usually 1 to 2 weeks after the fact, at youtube.com/gameswithnick, so feel free to check those out if you missed a stream or you missed the beginning of a stream at some point. And I will see you next time.